we're at Singapore's Comic Con. It's Singapore's biggest pop culture convention of the year. This year's Singapore Comic Con is part of the Singapore Media Festival, which includes the Singapore International Film Festival. It's been a week-long celebration for media, comic books, film industry, cartoons. Where we are today is at the Singapore Marina Bay Convention Center. And Comic Con lasts 2 days. It started on Saturday, and the local media report have been saying that fans have been queuing up since 7 a.m. to get in. Like traditional comic book fans, they dressed up themselves. You will see later on there are a lot of superheroes here. We've seen Superman, Batman, and a lot of Star Wars characters. Okay, so let's just walk around and show you what has in stock for this year's Singapore Comic Con. Well, right here we have the film poster hub. So here you have all the. This is Superwoman, Batman. Now, just give you a bit of a background information. Comic-Con is an annual fan convention dedicated primarily to Western comics, graphic novels, anime, manga, video games, cosplay, toys, movies, and television shows. The Singapore Comic-Con is organized by Reed Pop, who is also the organizer for the Chicago and New York Comic-Cons. Well, although the original Comic-Con, the San Diego Comic-Con, has been running since the 1970s, it goes by the name of Comic-Con International. The New York Comic-Con was first held in 2006 and saw unexpected numbers, forcing the organizers to double the floor space in the next year. And this year we're going to, we don't know the figures, but the organizers are expecting 55,000 people to come to this convention over the weekend. This event is really for everyone. We've seen people from all walks of life. So there are also young kids dressed up, there's older fans. So these are movie collectibles and figures. At Comic-Cons, usually they will have limited editions. That's why you can see the enthusiasm from those fans. They're snapping up photos because this is the only opportunity they're going to see those limited editions. We have a father-daughter Superman. Hi, hello. We're live streaming on CGTN platform. Superman family.
Yeah, we are.
Is this your favorite cartoon character?
Yeah, it is. Superboy, Supergirl,
Superman. Yeah. Is it more like father's passion?
Yeah, father's obsession.
So, is it easy? Is it easy to get all these costumes everywhere? You want to hold it for Daddy?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you do a Superman for us? What does Superman do?
You wanna fly?
What does Superman do? Yeah. Okay. Oh, mommy is also dressing Superman.
Yeah.
Maybe Jie can speak to us. Jie, why do you like Superman?
She is a Supergirl. Yeah. I'm a Supergirl, not a Superman.
So if you could have one superpower, what would you want? Is it to run very, very fast?
Kill people. Kill the bad guys.
Kill the bad guys. Be the protector of humankind.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy yourself. Yeah.
Thanks.
So, did you come before as well?
No, just today.
So this year, that's your first time.
Yeah, my first time.
Okay, enjoy the show.
Okay, thanks.
So here you have the Lego display.
Created this Lego world.
guys turn around. We have two cosplay here. You guys, can you speak to us? Wow, you look like, sorry, where's the mic? Sorry, you look like you've spent a lot of time today doing makeup. How long did you spend for your whole makeup?
An hour and a half.
An hour?
That's for me. No.
So who are you?
Hades and Persephone from the webtoon Lore Olympus.
Oh, so this is wig or?
It's wig.
Oh, and him too? And where do you find the colored foundation?
Face paint.
Can you just we're just gonna close up on your costume and to show the world. You wanna make your turn and it's okay. So, are you excited that Comic Con is coming to Singapore, or are you?
We're kind of psyched out because we want to see just what's up here and all that stuff.
So this is actually the first year they rebranded and called it Singapore Comic Con, right? Before it was like toy game. Were you also attended this?
I attended every year.
Okay, so how long have you been interested in cosplay?
I've been cosplaying for like 10 years.
Oh really? Wow! So you always dressed up in one? Or you play multiple?
I change it up every time.
So is it? Do you like go to like a second-hand clothes shop, or where do you get all these things?
Depends. Either commissioned. Most of it I did it myself. Partially
You
done.
make your own clothes.
Yeah, some of it I do. But for this one, I had my friend help me out.
Okay.
So she was the one that did everything here. So
right.
she deserves the credit for this.
So why do you like to do this? What kind of excitement does it give you?
Being someone for a day. That's pretty much it. Just being someone for a day. Someone that I look up to, that I really like.
Right. So when you were fully dolled up, you were like in the character, right?
Yes.
Okay, enjoy the show. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we have more cosplay. Hi guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Wow, I see that you've spent some time today. So who are you?
I'm dressed as Captain America,
Of course.
and
yes,
his
sorry, I know.
latest suit Endgame.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I chose Captain America because I've been a fan ever since I was a young boy. I read out his comics.
Right.
Although I was up till now, I'm still his greatest fan.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you think do you have a lot of opportunity to dress up, or is it you think it's like getting more and more exciting now we have Comic Con coming?
Yeah, actually, before Comic Con, there was AFA, Cosfest, but they're more to those Japanese manga. Then with the coming of Comic Con, I feel that it's more better because all the Western superheroes, people get to dress up as them more and don't feel really out of place. Yeah.
Do you always dress up as Captain America, or you have other favorite characters?
Sometimes I go with the Thor hammer as well. Yeah, I have other suits as well. I have Ant-Man, I have Black Panther, but my favorite is Captain America.
Where do you get all these costumes?
Yeah, I get it from a tailor in Taiwan. So
A dealer in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there, you order online and
Yeah.
they ship it. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does is your family supportive of you doing role playing?
as long as I just use it for events, for the fun of it, why not, right?
Yeah. But it gets a bit hot when you
Yeah.
get out in the Singapore
It's
weather.
right now.
But what kind of pleasure, excitement does it give you when you're in your character?
I get to dress up as my favorite hero.
Yeah.
I get to relive what he's wearing, everything in just this day.
Okay, great. Can I try this? Is it heavy?
Oh,
It's not heavy.
She's worthy.
It's very heavy. Okay, thank you. Enjoy your day. Sesame Street. Okay, where are we? We have Cookie Monster here. Hello, hi, nice to meet you. We're with CGTN. We're doing a live streaming about this year's Singapore Comic Con. Can you tell us what is this booth all about? We see Cookie Monsters here.
Yeah, so we're actually very happy to partner up with Sesame Workshop this year. So we did a Sesame Street theme collection. So we have our figurines. We are also doing our apparel line. We have t-shirts, socks, caps, and of course Cookie Monster is the hero of the show this time.
Yeah. So is this first time that you exhibit in Singapore?
I think this is our 5th year or 6th year at Comic Con. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But this year is the first year they rebranded and they named it as Comic Con,
Yes,
right?
but
Before it was a different name.
Yeah, before it was the Singapore Toy Game and Comic Convention. That's right. Yeah.
So this year, do you see there more interest from the public?
Yes. I think the turnout this year is really, really good. I see a lot of old friends from the community. We also see a lot of new faces. So we're actually very happy with the turnout this year.
What is your most popular item?
Oh, it must be the Cookie Monster.
But that's not for sale.
The small guy.
Oh, the small guy here is for sale. So people will only have the opportunity to buy these during shows, or you actually have a shop that sells it throughout the year?
We do have an online store, our e-commerce, idjets.com, where we sell our figurines. But there are also con exclusive items and giveaways that we do at the event to
So it's
encourage.
more like limited, right?
Yes, that's right. Like the Elmo over there, that's the only one piece in the world.
It's only one piece.
Yeah. So every $100 spent, you get a raffle ticket to get a chance to win this Elmo. Yes.
Oh, and it doesn't have a price tag.
Yeah, because it's all just spending. The more you spend, the more chance that you get. It's a raffle system.
So why the figures are half body and half skeleton?
Okay, so Jason Freeney, our artist and good friend from New York, we work with him on his very famous dissection style. So we marry his artistic style with iconic characters like Cookie Monster and Elmo, and we fuse them to create actual figurines. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
The signal was not very Minions!
I get what you mean.
Hi, Alex.
Hi,
Nice to meet you, Miro, CGTN. So we're live streaming to CGTN social media friends. Tell us, what is this your exhibition is all about?
Do you want me to hold it or?
Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex from XM Studios. So we deal with sort of like premium figurines. They're normally made out of sort of cold cast porcelain, and we have like licenses with Marvel, DC Comics, Hasbro. We also deal with Iron Maiden. I'm trying to look down the line as we see it. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll show you through a few of the products, which are the convention exclusives, and I'll let you know what we do. Okay?
Yes. Okay. Excellent.
So the first piece I want to show you is actually, if you look straight behind. So this is the Thanos, who was made very popular by the Avenger movies recently. So this is Thanos here, and this is Lady Death. In the comics, Lady Death is actually a very, very big part of his storyline. Not so much that they didn't mention her in the movie, but yeah, this is something.
So this is one piece.
This is two, but you can buy as a con exclusive with the two pieces. This actually has switch outs on it, so with the exclusive one you'll get like an energy around here, and it also comes with 3 heads. So there's like one with his mouth open, and then one without the helmet as well. So what you do is if we move it along, I'll try and show you one from like each license or so.
Yeah, so this will light up?
This was just painted for the actual convention, so this is actually going to be more like kind of like crystals, like faux crystals.
Okay.
We're going to do that.
How much does a miniature like this cost?
Yeah, sure. So the price point for this is if you're going to buy him separately, I think he's 1,400 Sing.
1,400?
Yeah, if you buy her, she's about 1,200. But at the convention, if you buy both together, it's 2,000 Sing. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's an expensive hobby to have, huh?
Yeah, I personally own about 40 to 50 of them, and
Wow, so you're
yeah, it's
a super
expensive,
fan.
and then also
But it's so intricate, right? It's like,
Yeah.
Is it handmade or something?
these would all be digital sculpted and then 3D printed.
3D printed?
yeah.
High tech too?
Yeah, very high tech. Yep. And then what will happen then is they'll be molded and casted, and then these are all hand painted. So this one would have been hand painted by Sang, who's over in the corner, who's our art guy.
Artist.
He's actually one of the owners as well. And then what will happen is this will then go off to the factory, so they can use that as a reference, and then the factory will replicate that.
And these items, they're all like numbered, right, in the world?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the pair for this of the exclusive will be I think limited at 400, and then he'll be probably, it's made to order, but we think he's going to be very popular, so it's probably going to be 999, and then we're not sure where.
Where do
she'll
you
be at.
display your 40
I'm very fortunate. I have a separate
house?
room,
Oh, separate room,
so I have
just
like
for
a
that.
man cave, like on my own. So I have them all
Wife
in.
and kids not allowed.
No, there's a sign on the door, like no one's allowed without me going with them. So yeah.
Because I assume it's delicate too, right? It will break or, I mean...
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, they are, as I said, they're cold cast porcelain, so I mean, some parts can be quite delicate. But then if you look at the cape on her, she'll be made of like a kind of plastic, so it'll be a bit more durable.
The cape is very impressive. Yeah.
It is, and I love the kind of purple hue that goes around with that.
Right.
I really do like that. If you
So
come
what's
along-
next?
Oh yeah, sure. We were talking about the this piece being digitally sculpted.
Yeah.
This one actually from the other side, but this is traditional sculpt. So this one has actually been hand sculpted by one of our artists who's in Mexico, so Aaron Ray Perez. He's hand sculpted this one from scratch and then sends it across to us. We cast that.
What kind of material is that?
This will be in like a resin. So yeah.
And this item is heavy, is it? How heavy is it?
This would probably, when complete, I'd say around 15, 16 kilos. Yeah.
So free shipping?
So what's that, about 35 pounds? Sorry?
Is it free shipping?
No, unfortunately the shipping from Singapore is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So to ship something like this to UK, or it may be about 500 Sing.
But then people here buy it, you don't need to ship it to, it's usually local, right? Or
No,
from
because
everywhere?
the way the company works is we'll actually pre-order the pieces,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get the numbers together, and then they can take potentially up to a year afterwards.
It's order,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Ah, okay.
So if we move along, I don't know if you want to come around this side. So this is actually the Iron Spider. So this one was actually made again, popular by the Marvel movies. So this one is actually going to be have metal elements to it,
Oh,
and it's a prototype. So these are a bit loose, but you can actually post these in the different positions, and you'll be able to do that. But as I say, this is a prototype. You need to tighten the keys on here. But again, this is very popular by the Civil War movie. I think.
so what's the age group of your customers?
It can
They're
vary.
more for adults,
Yeah,
right?
it can vary quite a lot, but it's normally sort of older, so maybe late 20s to late nights, up to like 60 or so. It can be. I mean, I collected from when I was around. I've collected other stuff, but this kind of pieces from about 32 or so. I started collecting. So yeah,
Do
and
you-
again, it is an expensive hobby.
Do you remember how did you feel when you purchased your first piece?
I mean, when I started collecting, it was kind of a gradual process. So I started with like smaller figures, went to the next stage, bought a slightly bigger one, slightly bigger one, slightly bigger one, and then I got to these pieces, and I actually have some life-size busts as well. So yeah, it's a progression really. But the first time I got one, the first kind of scale I had was one of from a company called Collectibles, Hellboy. And when I first got that one, I'm super excited, and it's actually the one that stayed in my collection of that scale for the longest period of time. So,
Your family is supportive of this hobby?
no.
Then how do you convince them?
Because it's my job as well, so I'm quite fortunate that way. So
Exactly.
I can use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
But my parents, when they come over, my dad's like,
What is-
you're a big child and you're wasting money on toys, and but
What do you say to him?
it's my money. I do what I want with it. Mind your business.
Look around us. There's so many people. We never grow up, isn't it?
Oh well, men never grow up anyway. So what we do is we just go down to the
Okay.
Transformers.
Move slowly because the signal is not very good.
So then this is part of our Hasbro
wow.
license that we have.
Okay, wow.
This is one that was shown at the con for the first time. So this is Grimlock, this is 1/10 scale Transformer. So these are, if they're real, they're huge. But
You said this is the first debut?
no, this is the first time this one's been seen. Sorry, at the con, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is Grimlock. He's one of the bigger Transformers from the G1 age. This is also what they do is with the Transformer line, we actually have them coming with their transformed form. So this is him when he transforms into a Transformer. And it's huge. Very big in the...
So your company takes these products all over the world, right? To different Comic Cons?
with the licenses, it's like different licenses can be sold in different areas.
Okay.
So with the Marvel license, we can sell them in Asia. With the Transformers in Asia. With the DC line is worldwide.
Okay.
So we'll go to those
So
ones.
you go to different Comic Cons for
Yeah, we were
exhibition?
just in New York Comic Con,
Okay.
so we were there. We are hoping, it's not clarified yet, but we are hoping to go San Diego next year.
Right. Which is
possibly
the
China.
biggest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the biggest.
So you've been to different Comic Cons around the world.
Yep.
What are the crowd or atmosphere? How do you feel they're different?
Before I was doing this, I was like on YouTube doing. I was traveling, doing the reviews and things. So I travelled
Right.
to all over for loads of them. But
Yeah.
I think with in the kind of in Singapore, in Japan, people are a lot more like they won't touch things. So like there's like
Polite
it's
and-
like an invisible barrier.
Okay.
In America and London, where I'm from, people will just come up and go, "Oh yeah, it's like a toy," and they'll pick it up and they'll do all this with it. And I find that totally different. I mean, even in Japan, if someone's taking a photo, there'll be like a single file line behind them waiting to take a picture, and no one will jump the queue. If you're in London, someone's like this, someone will go in front of you and just go like,
Yeah.
they'll push in front, and that's just.
Right.
So that's that kind of attitude.
Do you mind people touching it or not really?
Shouldn't really, no. I mean, if we're talking to someone, we can say to them, for example, this is the beetle from Bumblebee. So I mean, I can show you like how kind of heavy that is.
Oh yeah. Oh, it is heavy.
Yeah. So it's quite weighty to that. So probably about 2 kilos. So you can like, that's fine because it's all kind of one piece, so it should be fine. But these the legs come off and things, so a bit intricate. If we move along a bit more,
Okay.
just try and show you as much as I can. So these are the smaller scales. So these are like the 1/20th, which are they come in golds and silvers.
Gold
So
and
they're-
silver, like solid gold.
No. Like they'll be painted up like a faux gold.
I'm sure there's a market for anything.
In China,
If there's solid gold toilet,
yeah.
why not solid gold
sure.
transformer?
In China and Asia, like Transformers are huge.
Oh yeah.
Huge. So we go along.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. So, like in terms of consumer preferences for characters, what's the difference between the Western and Asian?
Yeah, I mean, in the Western side, it's more like the Marvel is probably the biggest, most kind of popular one, and then like DC, but then like Transformers, they're big worldwide, but the Asian market seem to love it a lot more.
In Japan, you also have lots of like local anime and local characters, right?
Yeah, I mean in Japan you have more like Gundam and stuff like that as well. Gundam
Or like
is,
Ultraman, Astro Boy, are these part of your...
So you got loads. Yeah, I mean in Japan, I think in Japan there's like a culture as well where they kind of they'll kind of like be more into their own thing.
Right.
So it's like if it's Japanese, then the Japanese people will support it more.
Right.
That seems to be a thing as well. And also, if you try and get like a Japanese license, if you're outside of Japan, it's very difficult.
Right.
Very difficult because it's not the same as like again in the Western side. It's more like if you have the money, you just pay it.
Yeah.
And if you have enough money, you can buy pretty much any license.
Yeah.
But you deal like with the companies. But in Japan, you have to deal directly with the artists.
Right.
And sometimes it's
There's no
they
reason,
just don't want it made.
want. Yeah.
So
Okay.
we come across to the Justice League diorama.
Okay.
So this is the 1/6 scale Justice League diorama. So this is Darkseid, who's probably going to be in the movies coming up. He is rumored to be in there. They're going to do a Jake Snyder cut of the movie, so he's rumored to be in there. But yeah, so look out for him. But then you got like Flash, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman. You've also got Batman. Our original concept for Batman was he had a batarang, and then what we did was we looked at it and we were like, well, he's not really going to do any damage with that, so we got him to use one of the Parademon's rifles, and he's taken that because he's going to do more damage. At the back then you got Aquaman, Superman at the top, and Martian Manhunter here. And it's like also you got one of the downed Parademons, and also where, even though you can't see it,
you
we
can
still
take it out.
paint all the details on the underside as well.
Oh.
I'll leave it there for now. I'll put it back in a second. One of the things I'm really impressed by is with the work that the team has done with the water effects on the back. I'm really impressed by that actually.
What is that made of?
It's all the same. So when it comes, it'll literally be all like the grey resin, like that Transformer back there. All be grey, and then all of this is paint effects.
Okay.
So originally I thought, I said to the team, like, you should do this in like a clear resin, so that it has that kind of water effect. And I think that they've done a fantastic job of capturing that water look. So with this piece, what we also have is we have a convention exclusive, which is like a faux bronze look, which is the one just behind here. So what it's done, again, this isn't real bronze because if it was, it would weigh, I don't know, 400 kilos and probably cost like 50 grand. So yeah, this is again same, all painted to look like it's bronze. It's got the kind of aged effect,
You can
the
also
patina.
take this out?
Yeah, sure. All of these, like, I believe that the bases, you wouldn't really display them separately, but all the bases come out, so there's like, this is sections like this,
Right.
and there's like probably 7 or so sections that come out, so yeah.
So at the exhibitions like that, people can purchase these on
So
the display?
this is a convention exclusive. With all these pieces though, you can't purchase it and walk away with it.
Right.
So you have to pre-order it, and then we'll send it out at a later date. You just, because of the size of the boxes, I mean, like,
So for
some of the
example,
pieces-
this is like 3,299 Sing dollars,
yeah.
and you need to pay a deposit. And when would you have it? When would you be able to ship it?
This one probably won't be until, say, like first quarter of 2021 or so.
Oh,
Yeah, so it'll be
that's
quite a
good.
while. Because again, it's this hasn't been made yet. This is just a prototype. So yeah, likely that would be the earliest it will ship.
Okay. So for a Singapore convention like this, how many pieces do you sell at the end of a 2-day show?
I don't know. It varies a lot. I mean, when we were in New York, 2018. I mean, we sold nearly the whole edition size of the Batman piece down there in one convention, and loads of other pieces on top of it. And then we've had cons in London where we haven't sold many. It totally depends.
Right. Do you have any Asian heroes?
No, but we don't. We have. Sorry, I lied to you.
Okay.
Over here we have the Hong Kong characters. So we have Cloud and Wind, and these are from Hong Kong Comic. So, oops, sorry. And this is by Acme Studios, so we'll be distributing them for distributing this for them. But it's not actually by us.
So it's a Hong Kong comic.
Yeah.
Do you see the Chinese or like Chinese Asian characters rising on the global stage in your industry?
I think again it's quite hard as well because like with the Chinese side, because there's such a big sort of population, it's kind of in a bubble and it kind of stays in there. I mean, we've been to Shanghai Comic Con a few times, and I think it's quite hard to break into for us. So I mean, but then coming out, I think a lot of the kind of Chinese comics and Chinese characters, again, because there's such a big market within China, they don't really venture out. So a lot of people worldwide don't really know them as such. So yeah.
But do you see the Western audience, if they get to know it, do you think there will be have its appeal?
Of course, I mean anything could take off. I mean, you know, 100%. Yeah. I guess it just takes one thing to trend, and then all of a sudden,
exchange of ideas.
Yeah. I mean, we're always looking for new licenses. So when we go to Shanghai and places like that, if we see something we like, we'll always inquire, or always speak to the artists and try and find new licenses to work on for sure.
Okay.
If there's a demand, we'll make it. We just finished up on the last piece.
One last piece. Yeah.
It's just that we got a project going on that it's quite a unique one. So these are all our 1/6, mostly rebirth and cover series. We also have a project we collaborated with David Finch. So this is the Sanity. But I just want to show you this one while we finish up. So this is actually the Batcave project. So this is a 1/30th scale Batcave. And this is a modular project. So you would buy this in kind of sections, and you'd be able to customize it and make it into however you want it. All of these pieces kind of can be moved anywhere you want them. So for example, this can be used as a costume, and it can go inside the capsule, and then you can put it up here in the armory, or you can put him like up in the trophy room. You also have the back computer. We're looking into ways to try and make it so that the screen is going to have either LEDs, or it's going to actually be a real screen where you can put an SD card and you can play your own video clips on there. You can get then the Batmobiles, you can get all the different vehicles. This is hopefully going to rotate. There's just so many things for this. It's also going to have like a clear resin here, so you can have the bat boats. Potentially up here there's going to be like a platform where you're going to have the bat planes and things like that. So yeah, so this is a project which we are really excited about. Really excited about.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you so much,
Thank
Alex.
you very much.
I hope your collection is going to grow over
you.
the years, and your family is going to understand your
Thank
passion.
you for your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so we've looked at a lot of little figures, and there will be more people. There are more people doing cosplay, and maybe we can show you a few more. Okay. Signal not good, signal not good.
Champions of cosplay competition.
So what are you looking at is the cosplay competition. Wow, that's some serious cosplay.
What inspires him to cosplay is how much a challenge has been to make the creations and costumes.
It looks heavy too.
Several cosplayers learning from him and watching YouTube tutorials. The Warhammer 40K cosplay was built in 3 months using several techniques and materials from e-vehicle and aluminium to weathering and soldering electronics and priming and finishes. Countless hours were put into this cosplay, ranging from 4 to 16 hours a day. I'm sure all of you can see a lot of hard work was put into it. The moving parts also ensure that there is a realism to this outfit that makes it that much more enjoyable to see. Although it does make it bigger boss! Our first female finalist to go today. Welcome, Kuni Delgado.
So what are we looking at is people participating in the Champions of Cosplay competition. The grand champion here will win a fully sponsored trip to the grand finals at Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo next year.
And the first man. Queen of Merit, Khaleesi of the Great Brass Sea.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Protector of the Realm, Lady Regent of the Seven Kingdoms, Breaker of Chains, and Mother of Dragons. Give her a big round
可以
of applause.
可以。好，那我们就切走吧。那我就切走吧。
It's a character that Kuni has
你要我说吗？你直接就切吧。还是要我说几句话？
However, she's still decided to rescue us and make a costume out of the zigzag
Okay. Okay, so what you're saying is the cosplay. What you were seeing is the Singapore Comic Con cosplay competition, and just now we see Khaleesi, the mother of Dragon from the HBO TV show Game of Thrones. Because the signal is not very good, so we're gonna wrap here for today's live streaming. Bye for now.